My name is Carole Stark, and I am the Brady Campaign to Prevent Gun Violence Coordinator for Stanislaus County. And as you know, today we are having a national walkout. It's in honor of the 17 people who lost their lives at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School a month ago. I am so heartened by our young people. I was listening to them this morning. They are so passionate, articulate, and they want to see action and change, as well they should. They want simply to be safe when they go to school. It's unconscionable that we have to have our students marching for safety on school campuses. As a teacher, I'm appalled. And our Congress has done absolutely nothing, as you well know. So they are determined that they are going to move this issue and agenda forward. They are very determined. I don't know how many of the commentators asked today, what are you going to do after today? Are you going to just go home? They said no. We are going to keep the momentum going. We are in unity. We are in solidarity here. We are not going to stop. And they are really determined. I really feel we might be at a tipping point, because after Sandy Hook, we went nowhere. But I'm really hopeful this time. So again, I want to thank you for coming. We have a letter. I am going to be bringing it up to Jeff Denham's office.
In memory of Scott Beagle. He was a 35-year-old geography teacher who paused to usher student stragglers into his classroom before locking the door, only to be shot and killed himself. He helped run a summer day camp for kids.
In memory of Aaron Feiss, 37 years old, the popular football coach and campus security monitor, a graduate himself of Marjory Stoneman. He was like a father to all of his students.
In memory of Elisa Al-Def, she had an outgoing personality, played competitive soccer since she was 3 years old, and had placed first in a recent debate tournament.
In memory of Martin Duque Aguiano, 14, freshman. He was a funny guy, very sweet and caring.
In memory of Nicholas Dorette. He was a promising high school swimmer, planning to go to college, and had recently visited the University of Indianapolis to see if that was his college choice. He planned to study physical therapy.
In memory of Jamie Gutenberg, 14. She was warm, she was caring, she loved to dance and go to the beach.
In memory of Christopher Hickson, 49. He was the school athletic director. He was a great coach and awesome motivator. In 2017, he was named Athletic Director of the Year.
In memory of Luke Hoyer, 15 years old. He loved bowling and was a good basketball player. He admired NBA stars like LeBron James and Stephen Curry. He had a huge heart.
In memory of Cara Loughran, 14 years old. She loved the beach and her family. She was an excellent student.
In memory of Gina Montalto, age 14. She was a member of her school's winter color guard team.
In memory of Joaquin Oliver. His nickname was Guac because people couldn't pronounce his name correctly. He played basketball in the City Recreation League. He loved to write poetry.
In memory of Elena Petty, age 14. She helped with the cleanup work after Hurricane Irma. She was an active member in a volunteer group at her church. She was also a member of the Junior ROTC.
In memory of Meadow Pollock, she was 18 and a senior. She planned to go to Lynn University in Boca Raton next year. She was smart, beautiful, and caring. She was determined and always knew what she wanted.
In memory of Helena Ramsey, 17 years old. Smart, kind-hearted, and thoughtful, she was a very dedicated student. She was planning to go to college next year.
In memory of Alex Schachter, 14 years old, freshman. He played the trombone in the Stoneman Douglas High School marching band. He was proud of their winning a state championship last year. He loved basketball, a sweetheart of a kid.
In memory of Carmen Schentrup, 16 years old. She was the 2018 National Merit Scholarship semifinalist.
In memory of Peter Wang, 15. He was a freshman. He was nice and generous and a member of the Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps.
And now I'd like to introduce Tom Portwood.
This is a poem called Let Winter Give Way to Spring. How cruel the cottonwood to bloom, for the sky to shimmer pale and quiet, and soft breezes to kiss the eucalyptus, for spring to intrude upon winter, as if nothing has happened. For yesterday, another gunman with another AR-15 spitting bullets played the system, killed at will. 17 this time. This time with children and teachers on a bright sunny day and school almost out. This time was different, but not really different from every other time. Tally the butcher's bill, America. Tally it again so there's no mistake. 1,875 people killed, 6,848 wounded. That's the body count these last 5 years, America. Shame on us. Shame on us for letting this slaughter go on. Let the children now rise up and speak out. For Jamie and Peter, for Scott and Alyssa and Gina, for all their fallen classmates everywhere, for every Parkland, every Sutherland Springs, and every Aurora, for every mother and father of every child lost to carnage. Let the children take us by the hand. Watch them stand and fight for those who cannot speak. Let the children bring light into the day. Let winter give way to spring.
Thank you, Tom. And our next person is Tina Driscoll. She's going to read a poem written by her cousin.
Hello, this poem was sent to me by my cousin Alan Arnopol. It is printed in Stanislaus Connections, and Ken Schroeder has copies if any of you would like to have it. It's called Billy, Roland, and Charlie, Just Another Day. 1. Billy woke up angry, couldn't wait to pack his pack. Drank one last cup of coffee, he wasn't coming back. Fully locked and loaded, demons screaming in his ear, old enough to buy that gun, but not to buy a beer. He Ubered to the schoolyard, had all the tools he'd need. He would make the bastards pay, he would make 'em bleed. For all the slights, real or not, imagined in his head, he would be their wake-up call. They would wake up dead. You who walk the halls of power, who say now it's not the time, your silence bought and paid for, your partners to the crime. Save your hollow thoughts and prayers. They're wasted on our ears. They can't erase the pain and loss. They won't erase the tears. 2. Roland binged on video, played it every day, loved the thrill of stalking, then blowing them away. As the body count increased, so did his sordid dreams. He longed to squeeze the trigger of a real AR-15. On that Sunday morning, he burst into the church. He let the bullets fly just to quench his thirst. He prowled the aisles with his awesome gun. He blew 25 believers straight to kingdom come. You who walk the calls of power and say, now's not the time, your silence bought and paid for, you are partners to the crime. Save your hollow thoughts and prayers. They're wasted on our ears. They can't erase the loss and pain. They won't erase the tears. 3. Charlie and his duffel bag checked into the hotel. Set up on the 13th floor, bound to raise some hell. Shackled to a dead-end job. 4 kids and a wife. Charlie hated everything, but most of all his life. So from his perch way on high, he fired into the night, rained fury on the crowd below, the music and the lights. While people stunned with horror and fear tried to run from peril, Charlie mowed them down with ease, like fish inside a barrel. If right now is not the time, then I ask you when. If we don't stop this madness now, it will never end. Now's the time to take a stand. We'll no more be defiled. Now is the time to spoil the rod and to spare the child. Right now is the time to spoil the rod and to spare the child.
Thank you so much. Excellent poems. Thank you again for coming. And I need 5 people who will go with me up to his office after we take the picture. So we have a letter for Jeff Denham and a lot of signatures, and so I want you to please give it to him, and hopefully he will read it, take it to heart, and maybe give me a response on how he feels about the legislation that we're proposing and that we're demanding Congress act on.